Hi everybody, how you doing today? Well, I wanted to give you an update on my Creality K1. I've had it about 2.5 months now. I've printed several puppet heads and parts and anything else. I try to use it when I want something in a reasonable amount of time because it just takes too long. I'm so impatient now that I can't wait for it to get printed. But I wanted to tell you the problems I've had with it, which are minimal. Uh, Really, the only what my gripe about the Creality is the one I purchased. The hot end went out within a month and a half. Uh, Trying to talk to Creality is like talking to God. You don't always get an answer, and with their case, I could never get an answer. I had several people send me links to go to get the free hot end and stuff. I could never get no response. I don't know if they have an inside track or just hit them on a good day or what, but it just didn't work for me. So I had to buy another one, and I couldn't buy it on that time the one I wanted. So I installed it. Guess what? I put it in wrong. Well, I put it in, but I didn't put it in right because it came loose and oozed filament all over the place. So then I had to get that out of there, which was not easy. I ended up having to take a soldering iron and heat the element enough where I could get my Allen wrench in there to take the screws loose. And I didn't know if I was ever going to get it out, get it back, another one back in there. So I ordered another one. Well, the day after I ordered it, Amazon come out with the upgrade version with the so-called ceramic tip and stuff and the orange sleeve around it. So I've got the older version of the tip or hot end in there. I was been watching other people's videos and they talk about the extruder giving you problems. So I was going to order me an extruder, and I've seen them on Amazon. I wasn't even going to try to go through Creality, so forget that racket. But Creality at this point, as of this morning, they're out of stock. They don't have any at all. So I'm going to wait, and as soon as I see one there, I'm going to buy it just to have it if this extruder dies on this thing. Now let me explain what basically this video is about. If you're a beginner and you are really think you're going to be serious in 3D printing, all 3D printers, unless you get very expensive, are going to be a headache. I've watched videos on people who have print farms, and one guy said he, on average, he'll have 10 to 15% of his printers down because they have to fix something, change something around, and he's using high quality printers. The Prusa brand, which I was told at the time was a Cadillac brand. Now I have all Creality printers, Ender 3, Ender CR12, Ender 3 Max, and once I figure out the bugs on all of them, they work good. They're just slow. And I printed up a stick for my puppet head, and it takes 70 an hour and 25 minutes with the Creality. It took 7 hours with the Ender 3. That's just the difference in it. And when you want something, you want it in a hurry. At least I do. So this is the problem that I have with Creality and all 3D printers. They make a product, it's good, it does a good job, but the first batches that come out have flaws in them. And in some cases, people have been lucky enough to get replacement parts for free, or they'll catch some kind of bargain. I I had to buy my own and fight with the fact that I had to take it out. Now, I watched a couple videos on how to remove the hot end. There's no room to work on this thing. It if you have to really get in there and twist it around. I probably took more off than I should have, but I had to take it off just to get to it. The plugs are put on. They've got a glue, a sealer or something to keep the plugs from vibrating loose. I understand about that, but it's very difficult to pull them off the first time, and you have to be careful and not rip it out wires someplace else. Uh, there's a little circuit board in the front. You have to remove it to get to the back wires and then get the screws down, and take the little Allen nut out the back. All this has to be done, and it's cramped and tight. It's not like an open case printer where you can get around it. Some of them are really a pain in a keister anyway, but this is very difficult to do. I don't know if the bamboo is any better or some of the other ones I've seen out there that cost $200 or $300 more, but that is the only big problem I see with the Creality K1 is if you buy it, be expected to have to replace the hot end and probably the extruder if you end up buying one of the older versions. If you happen to get one that's newer that comes in, and I bought mine from Amazon. If you buy it from another company, email them and say, is this the older version or is this the newest updated version? Just ask them and see if they will tell you. If they say, well, these are still the older versions and we will ship the new upgrade hot end with it. That's what one gentleman said he did. He contacted them. They said, no, it's the older version, but what you will be getting, because we will notify Creality that you got an older version and we will send you the new hot end. I did not do that. It's my bag. I have seen, as of this morning, this is October the 8th, I think, the new $4.99 is what the Creality K1 is going for. When I bought mine, it was $5.99. Then I had to pay taxes here in Texas on it. So $4.99, so it looks like it's dropped $100. $500 for this printer is, I think, is an excellent deal. But just if you buy it from one of these aftermarket guys, you're going to end up paying shipping. They're going to ship it by UPS or FedEx, and I guarantee you they are not gentle with these machines. The first one I got came in from UPS, and it had a big gaping hole in the side, and the glass was broken, and I had to send it back. But luckily I bought through Amazon. They took it back. The next one that got delivered to me came in by Amazon driver, brought up, set it on porch. So just think about that if you're thinking about buying a printer. I like this printer. I like it, and you won't get frustrated waiting on it to print, because it prints everything fast. I can send it from my laptop here directly to the printer. Wi-Fi, it works great every time. I'm not real sharp in this stuff, so when I have a problem, it's my bag. It's like when I messed up, and you'll see the picture of me messing up on my hot end. It's my fault. Printer didn't do it. I did it. So I'm going to give the Creality K1 a thumbs up. I don't really hate any of the Creality printers. I just like this one because it's fast. And if I had the money, I'd buy the K1 Max, because I'd like to print some helmets and some larger things. This one will barely print one of my puppet heads. In fact, on one of them I had to reduce it by 3% just to get it to fit in there. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you, I like the K1. It does a good job. Just be expected to have to replace some parts soon after you purchase it. Also, I've heard the hot bed, is giving problems, and some of them are having to be replaced. But just ask, if you can, ask the people you're buying it from, and maybe they will tell you, yeah, these are the latest version. Like say one guy said they told him, says, no, this is not the latest version. You will get the parts by mail from Creality because they know you got the older version. So keep on 3D printing, have fun, enjoy it, and we'll have a great day. And if I don't talk to you again, have a happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. And a good Halloween. I love Halloween. Anyway, we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.